I'm Grace Alfar with Waywire. We're here at South by Southwest 2014. Today, Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson gave his keynote speech, and we're here to find out what people thought. What was your favorite part of Neil deGrasse Tyson's speech?
Well, he's totally inspirational, but I have to say that learning that Jon Stewart used to be a chemistry major and he thinks carbon's the sluttiest element.
My favorite part was how inspirational it was and daring us to really embrace questioning rather than just believing for the sake of believing. And I just walk out so inspired and so ready just to embrace what's out there. I think more folks need to hear that and just embrace, being curious and imagining and wondering. And it was just wonderful. It was really an awesome experience.
Cosmos in its original incarnation in 1980, as well as what we have done to continue that story, has always been more than that. It's managed to take the science that's out there, put a thread from that science through you and onto elements of the universe that show you why that science matters to you.
The guy has such a brilliant manner at conveying passion and making science just absurdly interesting for everyone and connects with the whole audience as well. So it's quite emotional in the end. It's brilliant.
Neil deGrasse Tyson's, just the way he communicates all this information. He just can break it down into a way that's just easy to absorb.
One day, if it hasn't happened already, your 1-year-old is going to take all the pots and pans out of the cabinet.
Yes.
And put it on the kitchen floor and start banging on it with the wooden spoon. These are experiments in acoustics. Okay? So you should just let that go. Don't say you're making a racket, you're getting the pots dirty. Yes, she's making a racket. Yes, she's getting the pots dirty. But that is a small price to pay for the awareness of what a wooden spoon sounds like versus a metal spoon, or a copper pot versus an aluminum pot. All this is going on in that experiment. And yes, go ahead and clean up after. Did you have kids so that you don't have a messy house? That's not why you had kids. What's more important, your kids or your house?
I vote kids. Houses can be repaired.
Yes.
But that essential curiosity is critical as we all grow older as well, because that's essentially how you learn.
Yeah, and as adults, we have this urge to tell people what the results of some experiment will be because you happen to know the answer, and that denies the person the experiment.
It's just the inspiration and the curiosity and the passion and the childhood excitement he has when he talked about carbon versus silicon and how carbon is the great experimentalist of our planet. I just thought that was so cool, the way it rearranged, from primordial soup to us, and that really stuck with me.
Closing remarks are really great, talking about the similarities and the commonalities, and kind of the tie-in with DNA and, trying to, the cultural differences are just, pretty obsolete. And then his delivery is fantastic. I mean, I think the one thing that everybody takes away from these talks with Neil is, the way that he can really, not dumb it down, but really make it easily digestible for the layman's in the audience.